Hi all, welcome to another video of Berg Performance, and in this video I will tell you how we achieved 800 horsepower and 1100 Nm of torque out of this new Mercedes-AMG E63S. So, first of all, the downpipes. We have fitted catless downpipes, Berg Performance catless downpipes on this car to remove the OEM catalysts and also, because we're in Europe, the OPFs of the vehicle. That will lead, next to more performance and less back pressure, also to a very nice sounding exhaust. The second thing is that we have tuned the engine, the CPC module and the gearbox, so the TCU of this vehicle. As I explained before in the other E63 video, it is very important for these newer model Mercedes-AMG cars, so not only the E63, but also, for example, the A45 or the A35 AMG or like other vehicles, to tune all of those modules accordingly, because otherwise you will get limited with the torque delivery of the car. Just to give you an insight of our timeline of this vehicle. This car is now here for 3 weeks. A few days we have spent to install the catless downpipes on this car, which are also custom made because the configuration after the facelift and the OPF is a little bit different than the pre-OPF models or the pre-facelift models. That's one. Secondly, we have done like, I think, 30 different kind of calibrations to make boost control, timing, torque delivery absolutely perfect for this car. This results in night drives with this vehicle until 2 or 3 o'clock in the night. That took like 2.5 weeks of work to make the calibration of this car absolutely perfect. Also, what plays a role is that the software version on this vehicle was completely new. So it takes a lot of time for us because we're really, I really mean it, I'm making a really custom tuning for these cars. It's not like flash and dash and there you go, you have like 800 horsepower. No, it doesn't work like that. I spent a lot of time in this car. It becomes like my homie in the meantime. I drive a lot, I get very tired, maybe you can see it in my eyes. But this is not the only car that we do in this shop. Besides the work, I really want to thank the owner of this vehicle because he really gave me the time to work on this car. He really understood what my task was, what I had to do, and he also saw like, okay, this guy is also not working only in the day, but also in the night to make the calibration of this car absolutely perfect on the road. In the end, we have put this car on the dyno for you guys to see like horsepower numbers and stuff. It helps, of course, to make back-to-back runs, but the real calibration, we really make it on the road. You can also see it from the 100, 200 times. It is a very fast car.
60, 100, 200, quarter mile, half mile, 100, 200.
The calibration is absolutely perfect. The power it delivered on the dyno was 800 horsepower and 1100 Nm of torque at the lowest. The dyno was also pushing like 830 horsepower or something like that, but I don't believe in that. It drives absolutely fantastic. It shifts perfectly. It is really fast and it sounds great. A perfect AMG product. So, how does the E63... how does it drive? Well, I can tell you one thing. It is fast as hell. Second gear pull. What did you say?
I'm terrified.
You have to cut that.
I'm terrified.
Listen to this. Oh man. Holy shit, this car is an absolute beast. We recently posted a video of the BMW M5 F90 with 800 horsepower. This car doesn't do less because it's also 800 horsepower and 1100 Newton meters of torque. The M5 is a faster car. That's because the power band is different. The shift times are faster. It is a faster car. But in reality, it really doesn't matter. I mean, with the M5, I did, I think, a 5.45, 100 to 200 on 98 fuel. And with this car, I managed to do a 5.7 on 98 fuel with higher temperatures, ambient temperatures outside. So in reality, these cars equally matched when they are tuned by the same tuner, so me, and driven by the same person, so me, to see like what is a faster car. Maybe in reality we should put these two cars together and do a pool next to each other so you can see in reality it really doesn't matter that much. But the power delivery is so different. This car has more torque. We have calibrated the torque that it comes in a little bit later. I mean, it still has 1100 Newton meters, but it doesn't make sense to give it 1100 Newton meters at 2500 RPM. It comes in at 3500 RPM, and before that it has around 900 Newton meters, which is perfectly fine, better for drivability, better for the engine itself, so it doesn't stress it too much, even though it can take it. It is an absolute animal of a car. The sound, this has like the mighty V8 sound, which people think how a V8 should sound like. And the M5 is more of a racing V8, a little bit more high-pitched. But it's just a personal preference. But for sure the handling of the M5 is better than this one. I mean, it steers well, but it's just different. You feel less connected to the car. But other than that, I mean, the power... Look at my hat! Oh, my phone is ringing. Shut up. That's one of my best friends. I call him CT. So the other E63 that we put online, that was the E63 Estate, which you can watch there. It was a little bit faster on paper, but it really depends on the external conditions. And the E63 didn't have a back seat. So it was a little bit lighter maybe, but doesn't matter. That customer recommended the customer of this vehicle to let his car tuned by us, and I mean, he will be very thrilled with the result that we made for this car. Boost control, ignition timing, torque calibration in the ECU file is absolutely perfect. I love this car. I absolutely love it. So if you have an AMG, yes, we can tune it properly. ECU, TCU and CPC tuning, those three ECUs or control units are mandatory to get the best calibration out of a car, which is obviously more expensive, I know, but it is how the car should be tuned. If you want it cheaper and if you have a budget, then you can do only the ECU tuning, but then we have to manipulate the torque, which will badly influence the shifting, the drivability. It will not be that bad, but it will not be as perfect as this one. Oops. So everyone, thank you very much for watching. I am really trying to let you guys know how much work is involved and how difficult sometimes it can be to tune a car properly. It would really help me if you subscribe to this channel, leave a comment below. It is not only about horsepower and power numbers. For me, the most important part, and that's why customers come to me a lot, is to enhance the drivability of a car. No one comes to me to say like, hey, I want this kind of power with that car. Of course, they will say it, but they in the end know the power will always be fine when I'm calibrating the cars. It just needs to drive perfectly in every kind of circumstances that we have outside. Thank you very much, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Take care.